Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Brickfeed podcast, episode 110. I'm LJ. I'm LJ.
I'm Extra.
I'm Mesa.
And I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
Alright, we did it.
And we're Brickfeed. Dude, I'm so used to being in like the lower end of the name order. So it's always
The low-end cast list.
yeah. And like when I hosted I was first.
I
Is
gave
this
you
the
this one. I threw you a bone.
Is this the first time ever being second name? I feel that's very unnatural for
Yes.
me.
LJ, the second to last Brickfeed podcast, he scheduled you for second on the name order, but I usurped you, so this time I made up for it.
Okay.
I
Well, that's
remember
neat.
that.
Because it matters so much.
It matters paramount.
Oh.
Nothing else matters more than this. The name order matters more than Lego. Where's my name order theme, Lego? Instead of freaking inside. Alright.
Yeah, we have two LJs today.
We do.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
We do?
Yeah.
Where's second LJ? Oh.
Well, we had two LJs call their name in the intro, so there's two.
What a twist, what a twist.
So,
Yeah, hey guys,
with
how's
Don
it going?
in the
I'm
studio
LJ.
audience.
And I'm LJ.
Oh my gosh, LJ number 3. What up, my dude?
Oh,
That's
not
the
much.
cool LJ, by the way.
Too many LJs.
Not if it's around April Fool's. In that case, it's not enough.
So how's everybody's few weeks been?
I mean, it's been busy, honestly, I won't lie.
I was hoping there'd be some more awkward silence. No, it's been good. It's been good. Glad
It's just
glad
like-
to be back on.
Ditto. It's been a bit since I've been on a podcast.
It's been a hot minute.
Who are you guys?
Been,
All I know is
I'm messing.
I'm only familiar with Brickfeed with the 2 capital E's for X and LJ.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's actually interesting because I think it's been longer than I even realized because I think the last podcast I was on was the Ninjago cast that I did when I was at Haley's place.
Holy crud.
Wow, that was forever ago. No, I'm kidding.
Kinda was.
Well, almost a month. Almost a month.
Okay, well, I guess the Lego movie coverage. That was good enough. But the last non-Ninjago cast podcast I was on was January 27th.
Yeah, I don't even know if I was on a podcast at all last month, just because like the scheduling was off and
Yeah.
usually it was something I couldn't be on for.
Things have kind of been
E.g.
interesting.
Ninjago.
Very interesting in TTV
Yeah.
recently. For reasons you'll hopefully learn about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a big announcement to make.
Oh no.
Oh, we
Article's back.
do.
Again.
Oh. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And it's also being canceled again.
Yep.
No,
You weren't supposed to reveal that press release. earlier.
Hey, no, I'm talking about the firing.
Oh no, another one.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
no.
fired.
Oh.
Oh, whoops, I wasn't supposed to say it yet.
No, don't worry. Our announcement is actually Haley has been fired for not making the new Ninjago thingamabob. So what? No, I'm
Wow.
kidding.
Oh, man. I
Failure
liked
to
Haley.
perform.
No.
It was a nice one podcast to be with her
Well,
on.
that was easy.
I would say for her to speak up and defend herself, but she has chosen, despite being free, to not be on the podcast.
You're kidding
I
me.
have homework.
You're-
No, she finished her homework.
Oh,
She's
I just don't
chosen
want-
now to just play Gambit in Destiny,
Why
She
would
has
you?
chosen the dark path.
which I
well,
completely
like,
relate
what-
to. But
Yeah, why can't you just be like Meso and do it during the podcast and talk?
which is what I do all the time.
I know.
Because I'm not a great multitasker.
Amazing.
Sorry, who was that?
And also, it's a work in progress. School is killing me.
Boo-hoo. This is why we don't
Or-
announce things before they're
Or is Gambit
ready.
killing you?
It's
Thank you.
coming now. Coming. It's coming.
She is
Alright,
working hard.
Enjoy
Can't
the
confirm.
podcast.
Working hard in what? Destiny?
Getting all those sweet multi kills. No, actually, I'm actually not playing Destiny. I'm on an extended Destiny break. I haven't touched
What?
Destiny on my account since January.
On your account.
Whoa,
I've been
man.
playing for TTV co-founder, or I guess IBTP founder, Starparu, Solaris Magnus. I've been on his account.
Oh my gosh.
I've been helping him grind stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But then you have been on the game since.
Yeah,
then.
my point is I've stopped caring for myself because Block Armor.
You're still playing Destiny though. That's
Meso, no,
the point, Meso.
Self-care, bro.
It doesn't make any better.
You gotta take care of yourself before you take care of others.
I got every single exotic in that game. I'm done. I'm finished.
Yeah, how long did that
just
take
waiting.
you? Like 5 days?
It took a few months.
Haley, are you gonna
Block
be on
Armor
today,
was kind
or
of a grind.
are you gonna actually contribute, be part of things, or did I
Oh
move
no,
all?
she muted.
No,
So
back to Destiny.
So I moved all of these minifigure images for nothing.
Oh my gosh, Lamau.
Okay.
Oh no.
Congratulations, LJ. You played yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
And I am
Oh
the
my
fool.
gosh. I was just
Just
moving them
being
back, and then
worse,
you
yeah.
started talking. It was like, oh, great.
No, you're making it worse. Cool your head. All right.
Okay, now we're really gonna fire her.
Yeah.
That's it.
I saw it
An
last.
official statement regarding Haley.
All right.
Oh,
Annual
Well-
firings.
Has anyone gotten any new Lego sets in the last 3 weeks?
I'd answer if you're the host.
I mean, LJ.
But the host ain't even doing his job.
Listen, man, we've been having a riveting discussion about addiction. I'm in Destiny. Anyway, yeah, so has anyone built and or gotten any new Lego sets since the last time you were on Brickfeed?
I built the Monastery of Spinjitzu with Haley.
nice. Was it any good?
Just had
Yes.
to get that in there.
Actually, it was. It's a cool set. It falls into the trap of being more of a wall than an actual building. You know what I mean? It's one of those
Yeah.
sets,
Mm.
but it has a little function that I didn't realize where you can actually take the. Well, let's get an image up of it. I'll
Oh,
showcase.
gosh darn. Okay.
Isn't it 2 walls though? Like
Yeah,
I regret
wall?
asking.
Oh my god.
Oh, gosh.
Get the double wall set. 2
New,
walls.
new from TTV. LJ not wanting to do the job that he wanted to do for months.
Okay, so
Wait,
first
what?
of all,
Hold
wanted to do for months. Cute. Second of all, how dare you? I have been doing it for months. I'm the only one that's been doing it for months. Name the other person who has hosted a podcast since I have been back, except for Far,
Man.
who's gone.
Right? Did Mange
I've
do
not
it?
hosted
stream,
one
a
since he
stream.
came back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
appreciate you, LJ.
Thank you,
I
Ed.
volunteered doing it, followed by LJ. I can handle it. Okay, fine. You can do it.
Either way,
I believe there was
Yes.
a time I asked someone else to do it, but I don't know.
the monastery is an angled wall, in which is then followed up by another angled wall. But the cool thing about these two angled walls is they can actually plug into each other. They can connect via a little, connector. And there is actually enough open space when the two are connected to have all your minifigures and training equipment displayed, just like the show. So technically, it can be constructed as a building, which has an interior. But it's optional. And it is a really cool set. It's one of the only ones, not that there haven't been a few, but not a lot of sets that have all the ninja. And it is doubly cool because the March of the Oni special, out of all of them, this is the only one that's kind of canon. I'll not explain why exactly because of spoilers, but it's almost canon to that
Oh,
special, whilst also being a legacy set. Would I recommend it? I don't know. Like, as far as big sets go, it's less impressive to me than something like the Bounty or one of the movie sets that has all the ninja.
Yeah.
But for a Ninjago fan, it's one of the most iconic locations that never got made into a set, and it also has that cool, kind of Asian architecture to it.
Yeah, if you really like Ninjago, you'll probably love it. If you don't,
If you want
It'll be
Ninjago
okay.
and also something that is a little more subdued than a flying boat with missiles, This one actually does have appeal as just like a building. So is
You
neat.
can you can buy the Overwatch sets and just combine it with this and just bam.
Oh
Hanamura
yeah,
set.
Hanamura and the monastery.
You're
You got
welcome.
You got a full. I don't even know what the word is for it. I was thinking more like the modular sets, but it's not modular that actually came to mind at the time.
I'm gonna call it the Hana Monastery of Spinjitzu.
This set tells a very compelling story though, with just this elite little band of ninjas with different colored outfits ready to take on the world, and here comes this one little skeleton guy with
This
one knife.
bony fellow.
With one knife,
For that little tiny
he's gonna
knife.
he's gonna take on all of them. He does not care. He just walks up the stairs, and I would kill to have that guy's confidence right there. He's gonna take on all the most powerful.
It's like a zombie survival game. Zombie survival game. You're all like hugging the wall, like looking outside, making sure that one stray zombie shows up because he's blown up right away.
He's doing it with like a smug smile as well. He's like, "There's now ninjas. Come get me. Let's go."
Yup, his name is Whiplash.
That-
And he's
That was
like one of the
interesting.
ugliest minifigures ever. Yeah.
Really, I
Good
like the
guy.
look of those skeletons. I considered like getting that little robot
Meh.
just for the little skeleton.
The only reason he's cool is because his hat obscures how god awful the design looks. Versus the rest of them in the mech who have like the giant mohawk that's like bigger than their actual head. It's like no. Either way, it's a neat set. Anybody else?
I got Benny's Space Squad the other day,
Yeah.
and it's like sort of fun to have like that throwback set. However, for a set that costs $10 in America, it was 15 here, which X was like, I think Australia has the biggest ripoffs. Well, turns out it's only like 11 US dollars for it in Australia.
Dang.
So I think I got the biggest markup of them all. But
You did it.
pretty nice set. 4 minifigs, can't complain.
That
Got
was
that
pretty good
nice
for that
retro
price.
look. Good little set.
Was more important to the movie, like his gang of people.
Yeah, well that's like most of the Lego Movie 2 sets, but yeah,
Yeah.
wish it was more relevant to the movie.
Ditto. Either way, that's neat.
Anything from UX?
No, I've just been busy with boring stuff.
Okay.
So I've not been Legoing a lot, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's alright.
Fair enough. For anyone who's wondering, that's set number 70670, Monastery of Spinjitzu, and set number 70841, Benny's Space Squad. So I didn't get...
One thing.
No,
you
go
got
ahead.
something?
Go ahead.
Bleh.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like always intrigued that the sets here don't have a piece count on it, and I wonder if that has to do with how much they inflate the price.
Actually, it doesn't. Far as I'm aware, the reason that they have a part count stateside is because of state laws, where you have to be descriptive of as much as you can be descriptive of the contents of a box.
Interesting.
That's what I've heard before. It's specifically North American laws. If not North American, then at the very least the United States specifically. So it's just because of that.
I also
So,
got through that. That's what I thought as well, because all my boxes have always had.
Look at
No,
you, LJ, with your
yeah.
inside scoop.
piece to price ratio is a North American construct.
Does your cousin's dad's brother work at Lego?
How
giving
did you
all this
know?
Inside scoop?
How did you know?
LJ was the real highly suspect.
Oh no!
Oh.
No, wait, no, don't say that. We just reapplied to the land. No, I'm not highly suspect. All right,
I mean, he is, but he's not the highly suspect.
everyone's highly suspect. In
No,
our own
I'm not
special
suspect
way.
at all.
I suspect that you have a segue in the works.
Well, I have a few things that I did not get, but I did build.
Okay.
So, over the course of the last few weeks, I have been on a handful of Mr. Kevin Hinkle's live streams. He does some backlog building live streams. So I definitely recommend checking them out. They're about 3 hours long every alternating Friday morning. And so I've been able to chew through some of my extensive and memed backlog of LEGO sets, including set number 21313, Ship in a Bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Finally did it. I built it. It's a really excellent set. It's an ideas set. It's really good. I might have accidentally, and by accidentally, I do sincerely mean it was a mistake, broken the entire bottle when I was toying around with it.
He did it on camera with us,
Oh
too.
my gosh.
Like, he was memeing that it was an actual bottle, and it dropped and it shattered.
I was like, I took the ship out of it, and I took the water out, and it was right after we did that T2E podcast Q&A. The webcam one, and so I was like, I don't have a problem, you have a problem, and then it fell apart in my hands. It melted like butter on a summer day, and it was
Pranked.
It was great. I was like, did that just happen? Is that the meme that everyone always talks about, dropping Lego? Did I just witness that?
It's unfortunate it was not saved on footage, but
I wish I had seen that, but I had to bail right away afterwards.
But great build. I've met the guy who fan submitted this, and he's really cool. And I saw the original model he submitted, and it's also super awesome. All right, the other one, and this is the one I feel got memed a lot, and now I actually
It's the meme set.
How did you know? It's PewDiePie's meme review. All right, so this one I've had for over a year. I finally built it. It's 41183, the Goblin King's Evil Dragon. And
Nice.
This is from Lego Elves.
Oh, my favorite show.
I still need... So, I'm working on a video for my channel. Sorry, guys. Where I really go into Lego Elves and check it out, even though it's ended. And I need to see the show. This was step one of that process. And, it's a great set. Not gonna lie. I actually really like this set. The only two things I'm not super big on are the head of the dragon and the mini dolls. So, outside of that, everything's awesome. Also exclusively recolored CCBS parts. I'm always on board for that. So, it's great. Highly recommend it. Elves had some good sets that I feel a lot of people missed out on. And that's
What is it about the head that you don't like, though?
I just don't like the style. It's
Okay.
just really cutesy, and I'm not super big on
I mean,
it.
of course it's a girl dragon.
But it's not immensely egregious. I mean, obviously it's stylistic for a reason, but just not my speed. Otherwise, this is definitely one of the best dragons I think that they made for this theme. So, okay. If that's all, we'll go ahead and get into the new sets, the new things that we're discussing today. And we actually have quite an extensive bit.
New, quote unquote.
Well, kind of new, kind of not. Do you guys want to get into Endgame first?
New to us.
Let's do Endgame first, because it's smaller.
Okay, fair enough. So, over this week, actually, this weekend, Avengers Endgame Lego sets, at least 2 of them, were revealed on Amazon France and Amazon IT. What's IT stand for?
Italy.
Thank you.
Italy.
So, there are 2 official images of 2 of the sets. The first one you see up here is set number 76124, War Machine Buster. Contains approximately 362 pieces. And retails, do we have a retail? For an unknown amount. Now, this could be a huge spoiler. We have no way of knowing at this point. The movie doesn't come out for at least another month. Wait, yeah. About another 2 months. But yeah, it's a giant War Machine. It comes with 4 minifigures, a couple of Outriders, Ant-Man, and War Machine. So go ahead and discuss this, guys.
So, I'm going to approach this from 2 fronts. Number 1 is a set, and number 2 as a story thing. The story thing complete speculation. I guarantee this is just War Machine, who has gotten like a disc thrown at him to make him giant. I don't think there's an actual like Hulkbuster reskin for War Machine. We'll see, but it'd be super cool if Ant-Man's just like, yeah, I got you, man. It's like whoosh, and a giant destroyer all of a sudden. It'd be perfect. As far as the set goes, there's something about this one that really appeals to me. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think maybe it's because I'm so used to seeing Iron Man get mechs, or even some of the mechs in this style that aren't Iron Man, like the Detroit Steel in the Lola set. It's always like a primarily, red or dark red color scheme, almost always. This one has red accents, but it's primarily gray, which, even though it's kind of boring on itself, it's different for this style of build. And the way this thing is constructed, I don't know. I don't have any, analytical deep dives into the system scope. I'll leave that to X, but I really like how this one looks. So much so that I'm very tempted to pick it up even. It has a good amount of coverage on the armor. It looks imposing. It looks sturdy. It's neat. It's a good addition to this superheroes theme, which almost always has sets that kind of look the same.
We'll get
like
into
it.
what looks the same later.
Yes.
I agree though that with a lot of what Mesos say, like there's a lot of really nice parts usage that I don't know. It makes them look bulky, but not really boring in terms of all the shapes that you see on them. That it seems like it's a very basic skeleton with lots of different pieces to sort of add like texture and life around the body. I really like the use of the old CCBS. Like I guess you could call them just like add-ons. Like he had it on he has it on the knee. The usually have them on like knees on the Scout Trooper. Do you know what I'm talking about? The light gray.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Decal piece.
Yeah. The weapons look a bit wonky though, and the shoulders look a bit barren. Like I feel like a lot of the entire model has really good, like very good armored look, and it doesn't look as gappy. But like the
a good
shoulders
point.
seem a bit lacking.
They're probably hiding it from that angle. It's only visible on like the right shoulder, but in the actual set, it would be worse. Huh?
Yeah, but it still looks good nonetheless. It looks better than the. It seems like a gradual improvement. Or, am I using the word right? It seems like an improvement over the other Hulkbusters that we've seen so far.
You are. Now, you know what's really crazy about this? Now that we've actually seen the set, this set has actually been being sold for weeks.
Wait,
At
what?
some- Yes. At some unknown supermarket. Like, I'm just going to post a picture now that it's actually come out. I don't know where this is. I don't know what country this is. But this has been on shelves for weeks.
What?
Is that pound?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
some
maybe in England?
European thing. I don't
The
know.
British.
But yeah,
It's a British store.
box art's really cool. Doesn't have the in-game logo, but Captain Marvel is there, which is interesting.
Huh.
So yeah, realistically, we're looking at a $25 to $30 set for this thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe.
Well, I would
It's
honestly,
actually not too bad.
I would go out
Yeah,
on
I
a limb
was
and say
expecting
35.
more.
I would say 35, honestly.
All right.
Stateside, because it's 362 pieces and it's licensed. That's what I'm expecting, but I'm hoping it's lower.
Touche.
Oh,
I don't. I'm
Oh,
kind of expecting this Hulkbuster to look like really huge, but it's not actually that big when I think of it. But that's why I thought the price sounded really good, because I was expecting it to be like huge.
Actually, yeah, looking at the price conversion, 25 pounds is $33.
Well, there you go.
yep.
So
Um,
probably spot on there. Or 30, hopefully.
I actually have something about this that I really, really like, and I think it is possibly the best thing about this set, and it's Ant-Man's helmet. They finally went and did it. They finally updated his helmet. He's not using the one that initially debuted with the Ant-Man set for the first Ant-Man film. It looks accurate. It looks updated. They showed off this this new helmet piece back in DC. I think we talked about it maybe last year. They're finally using it for him. I'm so relieved. It looks so much better. Thank goodness.
Agreed. Agreed.
Huh. All right.
All right.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, guys.
Oh, boy.
So, the next one. This is set number 76126, Avengers Ultimate Quinjet. The set contains approximately 838 pieces. The price as of now is unknown, at least as far as dollars are concerned. And it comes with 6 minifigures. Okay. Go ahead and chew into this one, guys.
So I'm gonna keep it real. This is a good set. This is a very good set. It has good construction. It has great coloration. It looks solid. A lot of good minifigures. This set's awesome. However, I can't think about it or look at it without saying to myself, this looks like a Nexo Knights reject. It looks like a design that they were going to use in Nexo Knights, and they just turned it into an Avengers set. And that's only because of the color scheme, which has become so intrinsic with, like, Nexo Knights. It's like a more subdued version of that. And I didn't like it in Nexo Knights. I don't really like it here either.
That dark blue and orange.
Yeah. But, again, doesn't mean it looks bad. It looks way better than the Nexo Knights sets because they're not brighter shades. They're the darker iterations. So the blue is darker, the orange is lighter, which Wadden says looks more like a Lego Agents set or Ultra Agents. Yeah, it's also a very apt comparison, which, considering the Avengers and how they're actually supposed to be, kind of works, if I'm being honest. When I first saw this, I didn't really like it at all, but as the days have gone on, it has grown on me slightly. Not that I'd ever consider actually getting it, but as far as a flagship goes, this works. This kind of stands in line with the Milano as far as like a really good quality build for a spaceship. Only problem with it to me is that the Milano is iconic and has a unique design to it, whereas this one, unless I'm mistaken, is just some Quinjet, which will probably get destroyed. It's not like It's the Avengers iconic vehicle that everybody wants to get. It's a freaking jet. You know what I mean? But it's all right. And the minifigures in particular, while I don't like these suits one bit, the characters included are really good. Like Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Rocket, as well as 2 Chitauri. Which, hey.
Those are probably spoilers.
Probably spoilers. Then again, they were in Infinity War, briefly, so it's all right.
It's pretty funny though, with if you've collected a bunch of these superheroes minifigures over the years, you can just buy one of these sets. You can just switch out like the head, and then you can get all the different characters in the new suits because they all just kind of they all have the same suit. It's
these suits. I don't know what you're playing at in game, but they look like trash. I guarantee they're quantum realm exploration suits, and they'll only be used for like a few minutes of the movie, probably. But my God, they look.
Let's hope so.
I really do like. Biggest thing that with this set though is that it's sort of like it's an action oriented theme vehicle that has quite like it doesn't have a super flashy color scheme. Like usually with a bunch of these sets, they're either from Lego City, or they're from like these different action themes that we have, like Ninjago and Chima, etc. And they kind of have like really bright colors and some weird color schemes every now and then. This is like a lot more believable color scheme to like a very to like a modern.
It's like a subdued version of Nexo Knights. It works a lot better here.
Yeah, it's like a modern day it looks like a modern day VTOL, and a lot of people, some people are gonna look at this and just want like a modern gunship of some sort, and I think it looks really good as that, as well as it's like the set. Yeah, yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good. I think it's a good set as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Held it.
I agree. It is a really good set. I think that the only issue people are going to take with it is that it's a set we've seen in several different forms before, and it's just the latest iteration of a couple of other things that we've seen. And that's why not a lot of people, at least not a lot of people here, are going to be as wowed by it. The construction looks fantastic. I see some neat possible recolors in the Kopaka shields, like the bright orange ones. I don't know. But it looks like it's a great build. There are a lot of really unique angles for some of the pieces. It looks very angular and very sleek. The Chitauri look, honestly, a lot better here than I remember them looking in the prior LEGO iterations. Minifigures, I honestly don't think are anything to write home about because the heads are pretty generic. Rocket is whatever. The one that I take the most issue with is Thor, and it isn't actually because of the minifigure itself, it's because of what he's holding. I despise that Stormbreaker design. I think it is terrible. I don't think that there's anything good about it because it's too stubby. It's just so short and chunky looking, and I don't like it.
Killed Thanos.
I don't like that. But otherwise, I think that this is going to be a really good set. I'm not going to get it, personally, because I usually don't get a whole lot of Avengers sets. But the ones I do, I'll keep.
Come on.
No, I'm not super jazzed.
He's not in the end game now.
But it is a good set. It is. I'm interested in learning what the features and functions are going to be.
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead
We
and
have, well, real quick.
Oh, here we go.
There are going to be more in-game sets, but we're not going to talk about them because they're leaks. But just know this is not the full roster of the wave. We will hopefully get them out before the movie, but honestly, I don't know what they're doing with marketing this movie. Like, it feels like Kevin Feige said that the only marketing was going to be from like the first 15-20 minutes. And I assume that includes merch. So part of me doubts if they're even going to show a lot of the merchandise or Lego sets until afterwards, or else they might risk spoiling stuff in the movie. Like, what if Thanos is in one of these upcoming sets and they can't show it because yeah, it's like they just gotta hold it off. So I don't know when we're gonna see these other Lego sets. I was surprised the War Machine mech was in stores like in February, so this is just know they're going to come at some point. And if you hear about spoilers and you don't want to get spoiled in the movie, there's a 50-50 chance that the sets could spoil you, or they could be complete nonsense like the Mandarin fight in Iron Man 3. So if you're in the business of watching in-game spoilers, watching out for them, like I said, could be the variable that could screw you over. So we'll see.
Well, but definitely got to keep in mind that these people start developing these sets like way ahead of time before any like rough version of the movie comes out, and so like details change over time as they trim the movie down and all that. That the sets sometimes don't even reflect what the final product of the movie is.
Bingo. It's all right.
All right. We're going to go ahead and dive into the meat and potatoes of this episode today. Now, last time we did Brickfeed, X and I opted against talking about this next subject because we felt we weren't going to be able to dedicate a proper amount of time to it. We didn't want to just kind of shove it all in. Back during Toyfair earlier last month, and I actually think a little bit beforehand, we heard about a new LEGO original theme called Hidden Side. And shown at the event were 8 total sets. This is an interesting theme because the sets are all multifaceted. I don't want to say gimmick because it has a more negative connotation to it, I feel. But the gimmick to these sets are that they transform. You take your phone, you download an app, and it's AR. It's augmented reality. And the app will tell a story that you have to follow along and interact with the set to learn about. And you can only see what's happening through the phone, but looking at the set. So it's very interconnected. It's insanely clever. And we're going to go ahead and talk about at least the backs of the boxes today. So, let's go ahead and get into that. The first one is going to be set number 70418, Lab. This is the
All
Lab.
right, I figure some of these names might be preliminary.
I feel that they are as well, but we're just gonna I'm gonna go off this Brickset article. Credit to Brickset for these photos.
Yes.
Unless they used pictures somebody else took, but they don't indicate that.
So one of the things that's most interesting about this theme is the minifigures. They have a unique style, and I don't even know the word used to describe it. Like, I would say cartoonish. Like, almost cartoonish and very hyper-stylized, but that even doesn't fully convey what I'm talking about, because anything could be cartoonish, you know what I mean? But there's a certain way the color palette is handled on these. They're very vibrant. The ghost creatures have, spring yellowish green hair on all of them. And I think the gimmick in the set is there's a regular minifigure that's like a person, and then the ghost is a separate element that actually attaches to the person, and you can transform their minifigure accordingly. There's some other pictures that actually show the top of the boxes, and they further imply such a thing. So,
Let me
like,
see if
for
I can
instance,
find
this dude, I'll see if I can track it down for you. I think it's in the Brothers Brick article. So, like, this dude in the first set who has the hair and the red jacket, I think he's like a regular person, and then the ghost like possesses him and transforms him.
Which guy again? Red jacket?
I think so, with the green hair.
Oh, with the green hair. Okay.
The ghosty guy.
Ghosty guy.
Ghosty guy. And that's kind of a through line in all these. Particularly the guy with the tentacles. We'll talk about him later. This set is just, it's a lab. It's not the most interesting thing in the world. It's just kind of a wall with some lab equipment. But the color palette really helps it pop. I don't know, some people might not be all about that. LJ.
Okay,
But
listen. I'm not against the color scheme of these sets. I think the color scheme of the sets are fine. My ire is with specifically the minifigures. I think.
What's wrong with the minifigures, LJ?
Well, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with them. They're actually perfectly fine minifigures, and stylistically
It's
they work.
2019, bro.
Okay, they work very well with the theme. I think that for what they were going for, they're very, very well done. My ire with them is that this was okay. It's small things. I'll go ahead and bring up the two main characters. These are our protagonists, and I fail to recall their names at the moment, but they do have names because this is a story theme. So my ire. This picture, by the way, comes courtesy, I believe, of the Brick Fan, if I'm not mistaken. To Dan, who I'm not familiar with.
Dan the man.
So whoever Dan is, who is thanked by the Brick Fan, thank you. These pictures were
The
taken
Brick
by him.
Dan.
So the ire I take with these minifigures is that certain pieces come very close. Oh, Jack and Parker. Those are their names. Jack on the left, Parker on the right. Thank you, Wadon. They come very close to having usable pieces for casual clothing that I can use for other people's sig figs. That there's something about them I just can't use. So, for instance, I look at a lot of minifigure parts as, how can I use this for TTV? You know, how can I incorporate that into a TTV design? And so for Jack on the left, his jacket's fine, but no one in TTV wears jackets like that. And then look at the pants. They're so close. They're so close to being just standard normal pants that look like normal black jeans. And then, whoopsie daisy, we have this weird chain belt loop skull bone thing on the right? What?
Dude, that sounds like my jam, a weird chain loop belt skull thing.
Listen, when you start wearing that, I'll add it to your minifigure.
Put on messes.
There's no skull. It's just like a bone, but it's like half a bone for the dog, presumably. It just I don't know. I don't Oh wait, yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. It's a collar. It's like a little thing because the dog's dead. The dog's a ghost. So that's exactly what that is. And it's just, I feel like, and then over here, Parker, the jeans, they could have been so usable, but they're ripped jeans. And how many of you wear ripped jeans?
Girls wearing ripped jeans?
No. I'm asking how many of you guys wear ripped jeans.
I'm big on clothing that are like completely intact.
Yeah, see, right?
So I don't really have anything ripped or torn to shreds in any...
That's like,
Haley, you wear ripped jeans?
do you?
Yeah.
There we go. You got
It's
it.
a
You.
thing.
No, I'm not.
There.
I'm not saying it isn't. I know it's a thing. I understand it's a
Oh, yeah.
style. and
Actually, I'm gonna start cutting my jeans open now.
Eldrin doesn't know fashion.
No, I'm saying I realize
Eldrin is fashionably illiterate.
Okay, listen. Anyone whose fashion is broken clothes need to reevaluate their fashion sense. That's so impractical.
You can buy them pre-ripped.
Yeah, I don't. Who would do that? Why would you ever do that? That's ridiculous.
I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose.
I know, right?
Nah, it's a style.
I don't care if it's a
looks
style.
like
It's
it's pretty
stupid.
ripped.
It's a dumb style. My point being, I think that the minifigures are very good for the theme. We're getting a bunch of new pieces. We're getting some new face prints. Obviously, we're getting new torso and leg prints. I think that as far as these minifigures are concerned for Other Side, they're perfectly fine. They're quite nice. I think that they're not poorly designed by any stretch of the imagination. I just have issue that for me, when I look for certain prints, I get disappointed when there's something about them that makes me unable to use them. Like Lloyd's pants from the Lego Ninjago movie, or Cole's. So, that's all. That is the only ire I take. Otherwise, they're muy bueno.
Found a picture to accentuate the point I was making.
Okay,
This set in particular. I think it may not be exactly because this one shows the Kai hair, but the actual character in the set uses different hair, but the theming is the same. There's like a regular person, and they're being chased by this spectral entity that then takes them over and possesses them. In this case, it is the amazing character El Fuego.
El Fuego.
Oh, hello, El Fuego.
Yeah.
Sí. El Fuego.
So
Yes.
all of them do that, but anyway, this set, it's a lab. It's whatever. Looks cool.
I still think it's like the more related to the whole theme as the theme as a whole is that it has it's an original theme, no strings attached to it, and it has a lot of character, which I think is really nice. And that's one of the things that they got here with the whole bright colors, as you said, and very expressive characters. I really like the whole look of that that girl in there with the goggles.
Yeah.
But the two main characters, though, they look like YouTube vloggers.
Wow.
They are.
Yeah.
I got some news for you, Eggs.
Yeah, but like they look straight out of like those really bright
Hey, what's up,
vlogs.
What's
yeah,
up, everybody?
exactly like
subscribe.
that.
Hit that subscribe
So-
button.
Well,
Follow
in the story, they
Notification bell.
are literally vloggers.
So they feel very much I don't know
Stylistically
related to
appropriate.
this time. I guess I would say they're really
They're very timely.
the theme. Yeah, the theme really is a huge response to everyone's.
Okay.
A lot of people on
question.
their cell phones.
Answer.
Ewanek in the YouTube chat, the minifigs remind me of Fortnite for some reason. You guys agree? I don't know about Fortnite. I would imagine both of them are trying to stay on the hip, trendy side, but they're not necessarily Fortnite derivative
I can
or
see it.
related.
I don't.
I can see they're both trying to be based off the same style. I don't think they're necessarily based off each other, though.
I can see them being Fortnite players at the very least.
I love it.
So, all right.
Next,
Yeah, okay, this is epic.
We'll go ahead and move on to set number Fudge. Okay, where is the brick set article?
Number
There we go.
Fudge.
Set number 70419, boat.
This is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm really
honest.
digging this one.
It looks really cool, and you don't often see a boat in this style, and especially with so much scenery around it, just to kind of set the mood. Like I can really get behind this one. I don't really have any explanation as to why. It's just cool, and I also really like the villain, the amazing character known as Captain, aka modern day Davy Jones.
Just named Captain. That's it.
Captain. At least I have a feeling, because these box arts are all preliminary. Like these are all confidential. The actual sets are probably gonna have different names and different names for the minifigures and different art on the boxes. But either way, it's cool.
Yeah, it's nice that a lot of these sets sort of bring you like a little seed, and it seems like they're trying hard to get sort of an entire story, and also the I guess you could say setup for the phone game as well. So
Yeah.
you get a lot with like a lot of these sets, and I do really like the ship, the boat there in that style as well. Which
Little
I think is
dinghy.
really nice.
The skipper.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
the Maria is the name of the boat.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, Maria.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is quaint. I think that's a really quaint set. The boat looks really compact. It looks like a tight looking build. Obviously, don't have just that. You have some other.
They run a tight
feature.
ship there.
Oh my gosh! Dang it! I walked right into that one. The crocodile amuses me greatly because it's the new crocodile mold, and it's just entirely.
Albino.
Of course, it's albino, but it's a tan crocodile, and I find that very interesting. Yeah, no, it looks good. No complaints.
All right.
We'll go ahead and move on. Next one's going to be set number. This is one of the more iconic ones that we've seen. Set number 70420, Graveyard.
Yes. This one, the dog has a name. Its name is Spencer.
Arf. Yeah, Spencer's
go.
dead.
And then we have my favorite character, Skeleton, who's just a regular skeleton with a key.
El Skeletano.
Yes.
Does it have the classic wavy arms and everything?
No.
No, they got us the new arms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this set's neat.
It reminds me a lot of the old Harry Potter set that was in the graveyard, like this.
Yeah,
It was
except
a
this
while
one is like a
back.
freaky tree monster. Which
Yeah,
I guess Harry Potter also has a freaky tree monster, not one with like a face or a
Yeah.
face recognizable.
This
stuff.
one's even got like one of those weeping angels in there. In Doctor Who, it's like
yeah. I think all those details are really nice. I think the tree looks good as well. I can't really make out the face that well though from this image, but I have to look at because they did do like a video of this set, I remember, but so I could get like a better look of it in
There's, like,
the
if you want better pictures than the ones we're showing on the video, there's a billion other sources to get them. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
link
personal
it in the
recommendation
description.
would be the Brick Fan. However, that's that.
Yeah.
I see.
Bam. This one looks.
I wouldn't be.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
wouldn't be like 100% interested in buying this one. In fact, much lower than 100%. But I think the biggest thing with like all these sets, of course, is like what the AR capabilities are going to be for it. So I can see it being like an interesting one when you have your phone out. But in terms of like owning it, I don't think I'd be as interested in getting it.
It does seem like it's one of the more. It's like a diet model for the Wave. Like it's roughly around the size of some of the other sets, but it just doesn't have as much going on. However, like you said,
Yeah.
we don't necessarily know yet because we don't know how it transforms fully, or at least not from these pictures. So, but yeah, I mean it's pretty standard fare. It definitely gets across the spooky theme,
Super spooky.
but there are other
There's
sets.
a hidden side to it.
Thank you. No, okay.
And then someone laughed right after.
Anyone else have anything to say about it?
No.
No, I think this is a good set. This is also another set in which you get the 2 characters as well.
Yeah.
The 2 main characters, and I really
Oh yeah.
Oh,
those they look really good. Those pieces.
hold
I feel-
on. This set has
is it?
alternate minifigures for our protagonists. I want to point these guys out very briefly. So this isn't the best picture, but it's what I got. So you have a new jacket for Jack. And that's fine. Honestly,
A new
that's kind
park
of a
for
neat.
Parker.
It's kind of a neat design. That jacket is actually perfectly serviceable. Parker, however, we've got some problems.
Link it.
Okay, there we go. So, I after some discussions upon seeing this, I understand why it was done. Envy, you said you've seen this. I understand that there is a reference point. People do this in certain areas of the world. This is the first time I've
What?
ever seen someone take what to me at the time looked like a fanny pack and wore it over their shoulder on their front. Like, my goodness, who does that? Like, fanny packs are generally seen in a certain light. They're like kind of tacky to a lot of people anyway. But holy crud, it's like trying to take a fanny pack. It's like, check it out, I'm hip and rad. And then having it on your front like a satchel.
What was fitting was that I was at work and I took like a few seconds to talk to you guys, and after the call I went and sat down. My coworker came in and he was literally wearing that shoulder pack.
Yeah, it's like so it's
Well,
not
I know someone who does it.
yeah, it's not unfounded, to be fair. And obviously I don't wear fanny packs, but I know that they have a lot of utility to them, so I'm not
even
bagging
a
on them.
fanny pack.
So I think that's whatever. But at first I just thought that's really weird. But obviously, since then, I've come around. I've understood the mindset of it. But I just want to point that out real briefly.
All right.
Okay. Next set. Which one was? Okay, it's 70421 truck. Just
Truck, yeah.
Nobody
This
cars.
is another one of the least exciting ones. Only because, like, not because it's a bad truck, it's an awesome truck, but because it's fairly, that there are Lego sets like this.
Yeah, we've got a lot of trucks like these.
They're
Like,
quite common
Yeah.
nowadays, anyway. Does this one particularly do anything that the others don't, besides have a bit more gaudy color scheme? Not really. Though it is tailored very specifically to the legend himself, El Fuego.
El
got a
Fuego.
Fuego.
It's got a nice El Fuego color palette and some El Fuego stickers. And look, El Fuego's in like his Daredevil outfit. Not Marvel Daredevil, but like,
Whoa,
yeah, I got a cape
Fuego.
and a helmet. And he's like, yeah. It's gonna be great.
Stay safe, kids.
Yeah. The ghost add-ons in particular are also cool, namely the tentacly beard. That one dude has Biker 1, the amazing villain.
Hiker 1.
and his other guy, Biker 2. Yeah, very compelling.
So this is another one that, like, as a set, it's awesome. As a hidden side set, I think there are better options.
Oh my
But
gosh. Is that a gun or a giant camera? I can't tell.
I don't know.
Might be one of those stereotypical like ghost entrapment things that suck the ghosts in, like you've seen in like,
Yeah.
Ghostbusters and Ninjago.
That seems
The ghost vacuum.
the most probable.
No, I will say this: it's super cool how El Fuego is like hanging out the car and the cape is flying back as if like the wind
That
just
is pretty cool.
pushed it back. That's a great effect.
Usually those the game on the phones that they have like monsters connected to like the environment and stuff. So
Yeah.
So you're gonna is it gonna be the truck this time? Like how's that gonna work with the truck as like the main attraction of the game on the phone?
That's
That's a good question. It's called Banana Van.
Well,
Banana
okay, that is I think that's a placeholder.
Come on.
El Fuegos.
Because they're all called.
In the banana van.
There are always functions in the banana van. No touching. No touching.
Oh my god. Can you peel this truck, LJ?
Okay, screw you. Do you have anything else to say before we move on?
No.
X?
It's all right. No, we're good.
Envy?
What? Which on the truck?
Yeah.
Yes.
With the spectral suction, that'll be
Yes.
pretty hype.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on then. Alright, next set is gonna be set number 70422, Diner. This
I
is...
really like the shrimp.
This is one of my faves.
Oh, that's what that is. It's a shrimp. Okay. That makes sense. Fresh.
Hey,
Yeah,
shrimp.
fresh seafood. Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, this is really good. This is definitely one of the larger ones. We have a reference, like one of the minifigures is a reference to another theme because or another minifigure at the very least. He's got a pizza on his chest. I don't really know what that's referencing specifically. Let me go dig up the tweets by Neek.
Meanwhile,
Tooth Dominoes.
10-year-old tweets.
in the TTV sponsorship, Tooth Dominoes,
Oh,
the
what?
good guy
Speak of
vehicles
the man.
do not have a ghost form because they're used to catch the ghosts. It was a way to focus the priorities when making these sets.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. And
Makes sense.
speak of the man, and he shall appear. Let me go ahead and get those tweets he was talking about. That one minifigure. Anyway, in the meantime, though, continue.
No, I like it. I pretty much have no thoughts on it. It's not exactly the most, large scale detailed of the bunch, but for what it does at the scale it is, it manages to be decently comprehensive, including the sign and a little bit of outside area to stand around in and the staircase to the roof. There's a decent amount of intricacy to it despite its, relatively unimposing outside view. Plus, it has one of my favorite of the evil characters, the amazing chef, who, when he becomes evil, he becomes like bootleg Garmadon. Like I'm trying to find a picture of him, but
It looks like that bright green color, but recolored the Garmadon torso. So that's interesting.
Tooth Dominoes says banana was the code name of the project all the way up to release, hence why all the material still uses the name.
Have you guys seen Chef by Jon Favreau?
You ever seen Project Banana by Lego?
Alright, I got the picture up. This is courtesy of the Brothers Brick. Alright. Oh, and I got the tweet. So apparently, according to individual on Twitter by the name of Jay Phoenix, they took a picture of that one minifigure with the pizza and said, so it turns out that Hidden Side, has a Lego Island reference in the form of Pepperoni's t-shirt. And our friend Neek, Tooth Dominoes, said, when we got to developing the civilians, I was asked for input. This one made it through. So, if you're a fan of Lego Island, a game I have not played, then you will enjoy that.
Oh, that's a pretty neat
fantastic.
reference.
Rest in pepperoni.
That's something I can use for things. Like, I can give that to someone and be like, check it out, it's a reference, and it's a shirt. It's a pizza on a shirt, and that'd be super cool, and people will like that. And I like that.
This, I really like the style that they've done with this building, because we get kind of darker colors used, which makes it look more like realism. It looks like something that could be in like a zombies map in Call of Duty, or like from The Last of Us with all the dark colors on it. So I think it looks really good. Brings more life to it than just a normal like the Lego City style buildings. They're just kind of bright and simple a lot of the time. So
Exactly.
yeah, I really like all the extra details they put.
That is kind of a good point. it's definitely got that rustic feel. I have a couple of questions about this though. First of all, those shutter pieces, are those new? The ones for the windows? Would you happen to know if those are new parts, X?
Oh, the shutters that go up and down right there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see what you mean right now. Yeah. I don't really know for sure. I can't really make out from this picture, and
Okay.
so
Really
I'm not
cool,
gonna.
though. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is, does anyone actually have a seafood restaurant that's 24 hours? Like, there's a sign on this, right below the sign diner. It's like open 24 hours. Is there a seafood place
That's
that's
impressive if it is.
Yeah. I mean, it must be good for business, and people really like seafood in the area.
But do they really have one of those?
Yeah, it's like,
I don't know, man. It's the hidden side.
Personally, I've never seen one, but prove me wrong. Feel free to.
change my mind.
Can we also talk about not the chef guy, but the other one that just looks kind of nightmare fuelish with it looks like a slime head crab on its head.
Yeah,
That
That
looks
one's
kind of
fearsome.
spooky.
very spooky.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
But
the
let's-
next. I'm hyped.
So,
I think this is a good set.
yeah, I
Just
agree.
like,
I actually, I really like that comparison you made. It's like kind of like a COD map, COD Zombies map, with that really rustic appeal.
Seafood, cod.
no, it's kind of. I don't know, just seeing like a normal building with a bit of like neutered colors that sort of has like a bit or more of a realistic tuning to it, and then also having it very detailed is it's not something like we're getting a lot of things from this theme that we just normally don't see in a lot of themes,
Yeah,
which I like quite a lot.
yeah.
Which
Alright.
is a nice segue.
Into this is set number 70423, Bus. And unfortunately for a lot of fans, who I'm sure were acquainted with the theme, it's not the Magic School Bus, but it is haunted. Well, no, it's not haunted. It's a good guy bus.
It's not even the banana bus.
Now riddle
Sad.
riddle me this.
Okay, Batman.
First of all, this is my favorite of the sets. Secondly, has there ever been a Lego school bus?
Let me check.
I
Is that-
don't
School bus?
think so.
I don't think
school
so.
bus specifically.
Let me check. School bus. There has
The Lego battle bus.
Only the boat, Haley. Only the boat.
Okay, so kind of and then kind of not. So there are 3 Lego sets according to Brickset that have the designation school bus, and 2 of them are Duplo, and 1 of them is
Yeah.
essentially a polybag. So there has not been a full scale school bus, which wow, I didn't think that.
It's super cool. Now, granted, this one is not a proper school bus. This one is weaponized, and it has a lot of gaudy colors on it. So it's not like it could be, easily used for a cityscape or whatever. But it could be repurposed without too much effort. And the design that you do have here looks fantastic. It's just so good. And the fact that the evil transforming ghost villain is like a porta potty, that's hilarious. Like, look at this thing.
What, the porta potty itself? Oh, I see
Yes,
it now
look.
because it can shoot. Oh, that is hilarious. That is great.
I'll go ahead and post this picture up on the screen. So,
Do it.
Neek had some things to say about this. Let me get that. In the meantime,
And also the
discuss.
villains are just awesome. Like the road worker who has drills for hands. It's just awesome. I love the whole thing. That's about it, It's just a fantastic design. I wish I had more things to say, but it's a little messy around the front where the lights are, like the black. While that is proper in construction, I feel it kind of takes away from a little bit of the structure, though that might just be from a top-down angle, like this picture I'm looking at. Either way, it's great.
Okay, so
I think this is a great set as well. Yeah, I like that we're seeing like this is the type of stuff that I want to see from just original themes, just Lego trying out different stuff so that we
Finally, some good freaking sets.
can some good original themage, you know, so
Themage.
with a cool school bus that has like satellites and stuff on it. I like that.
I found the tweet. So, Tooth Dominoes over on Twitter was talking about this, the porta potty specifically, and he said, in development, he went by many names, Polter Potty, Portageist, but the one that stuck as a placeholder name was Defecator.
Oh my god.
Wow. Just, holy crud. I don't know if that stuck
That
through.
rumor sounds full of crap.
Nice.
So yeah, no, that's. I agree. I mean, I like this theme because it's so different. Like at first, when I started hearing about it, I was like, well, it's a Halloween-looking like theme, and we're at the beginning of the year. Is this really gonna carry? But no, absolutely. There's just so much creativity oozing from this entire theme. I'm really excited to see more from it. Which,
Bingo.
I mean, we do have more from it, but you know
do.
what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else have anything?
I am
to
kind of
say?
no. I'm interested in it because of the apparent blank reference that was slipped inside the bus.
What?
I don't know if should be. I don't know if it should mention it here.
This is something I'm not aware of, but let's err on the side of caution.
Here, I will share it. I will share it over in the server.
Is it that it looks like
And while we're at it, I'm not sure if I should mention the blank thing that I heard about blank.
No, it's a reference to something. I don't know if anybody should.
Well, this is
if they want it to be a surprise or not.
yeah. Let's leave it as a surprise. But
that would involve people needing to buy the set to find something that they don't know.
son of a gun! Darn both of you! Gosh darn it! Nuts! Darn it! I can't. Okay, you know, fudge. Let's go ahead and move on to the next set before I have an aneurysm. Okay.
I hope you fans really appreciate that last minute of nothing. You just got.
Well, it happens. Not on me. Set number 70424 train. It's a train. The train fans are going to be pretty excited about this. And
It's a spooky train with a face and wings.
I like trains.
And the fact that it's like an action-oriented kind of a train rather than a real-life replica train probably means it won't have any appeal for the train crowd, but it will for introducing the concept of trains to people who don't necessarily have a freaking train city diorama shtick. I really appreciate this set exists. And also it features my favorite minifigure of anything. Namely, the amazing character.
Oh my gosh.
Person.
Person.
All right, here we go, everyone. Let me show you the picture. Here it is.
I freaking love Person. There's such a Person fan.
Getting chills in my spine just from hearing it. Oh, Person, come and get us.
Every time I think about Person, I'm like, oh, it's the best character ever.
They had some more Lego Person reveal.
Not sure, Tyler. I'm more of a civilian fan.
Clap.
Person.
Clap.
Oh, I love it. Civilian's also okay, but in the battle between civilian and person, there can only be one. And I go with the one that has a unique uniform.
I do really like this this trend of having like these haunted I don't know, constructions. Here it looks like the train stop itself is like a creature as well, and it's got like these claws running at the top there, which I think is really cool. And it's just not something that like Meso said, it's not something that we see a lot. It's like a monster ghost train. You know, there's some novelty in it just from that alone.
When the theme first got announced, I was not feeling it, but the more I look at the sets and just really analyze all of the details that are here, and just the fact that it's different. Not only is it not licensed, but it's not your usual, Power Rangers colored
Yeah,
group of people with guns and lasers and flick fire missiles. Like,
yeah.
it's
A
a
lot of
unique
these, a lot of these different sets have some sort of function, which I really like functions a lot of the time when it's not just like firing. So like here you have a lot of the like we'll see later with different sets as well as that. We have things changing by the press of like a lever or something. It looks like those wings pop out here with the train, for example, which I think is pretty cool.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah,
Next set.
I think it's cool.
Okay. Next one. I'll echo these sentiments. I'm not.
Next.
So I used to be really in the trains. I haven't been as much, but for a larger set like this, I think it's really excellent, and I can't wait to see people motorize it and really give it a nice large track. I think that's going to be really neat. Okay, next one, and this is actually our last one. It is the flagship of the theme right now. It's set number 70425, High School.
This one
Do
was
you
like the
remember
first
Monster
one.
House? No, this is Monster High. Oh no, gosh, that's something else.
Oh, no.
Wow. This was the first set they showed off, and because it's the oldest one, it's the one I'm most used to, and it's the one I'm like least impressed by. But
Really?
That's only because everything else is newer, and I've gotten used to this one. Objectively speaking, as objective as I can be, this is probably the best of the theme. Not the one I like the most, Haley, but the best one. In terms of the architectural appeal, like, yeah, it has a transformation feature, but this looks like a building. It might just be a wall, but it actually looks like something that could function in an environment, in a city, in a locale. But it also, the fact that it has that transformation feature that just works so well and looks so cool, makes it have some longevity for kids too, for play value. And the fact that it has lost legs and spring yellowish green doesn't hurt. More CCBS.
Lost legs in yellow.
It's great. The fact that we now have a skull spider and the legs and shells means that we're that much closer to that becoming a part of the CCBS palette for real. Heck yeah.
I think the whole transformation thing though is immensely cool here, and
Yes. It really is.
I think that makes a much more bigger selling point, aside from the AR. Like, just the fact that it can do more than just be a wall.
Yeah. This seems like the
It's an interactive wall.
yeah, this seems like the core concepts. I guess you could say where it works the best, and that like you have this whole interactive building with a game connected to it. So that might be really interesting. And I really like all the details that you see on the interior as well. You can see that they have like different classrooms and everything. Very very Lego game in there with all the
Yeah.
details and.
They really tried with this model, and it shows. It's very cool.
Yes, the person who designed this must have had a lot of fun with the functions, because it's not just like designing a building as well. It's about like adding the functions as well. But then it also
Definitely.
has like a very huge degree of quality inside with all the details that you see. So
Bingo.
they use a lot of effort on this entire thing, which shows. And I think it's really cool for them to bring out original themes like this, because then we can surprised by a lot of what these Lego sets are, because we're getting a transforming school on a bus,
Yeah, I'm actually very excited, like, looking at the box, like, seeing everything that's on the back side for it, like, seeing the inside of the school, and just, like, with the AR features, I can tell that this is actually, like, definitely, you were saying a lot of thought was, like, design was put into it, so I'm excited to see, like, all the stuff that happens more on the inside, too.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
and I hope this theme gets more waves as well. Because
Oh yes, please don't cancel
Yeah.
it.
Which would be
Yeah.
of the utmost litness.
yeah. So I'm really impressed by this set.
Yeah. No, I agree. Let me go ahead and sift through a few pictures here on screen. These are, again, courtesy of Brickset, who got a chance to mess around with them in person. So this is the back of the school, as you can see here. This is the front of the school. Normal. It's just a normal, unsuspecting, really rustic-looking high school. And then finally, this is the hidden side, which looks awesome.
Ooh.
And yet more CCBS parts added to the I don't know, whatever that color green is called, repertoire.
Spring yellowish green.
The official name right there.
It is.
No.
Actually, I do think it is.
Interestingly
Spring
enough,
yellowish green.
I think so.
according to Tooth Dominoes over in the patron chat, he said that the school obviously got a lot of attention. It also changed a lot from the initial concept. The final result is, as he says, incredible, which I can agree with. And finally, he says it was made by the same designer as the Ultimate Batmobile from the Lego Batman movie, which I find immensely surprising.
Huh.
Because they're just
That's
I love it.
they're so vastly different, and I understand the reception to the Ultimate Batmobile, if it's the same one I was thinking of, was a little mixed. This looks pretty solid. Like, this looks like a really excellent... I don't see a lot of downsides outside of the fact that, well, it's more playset-y. It's not really a full building, which I understand might bother some people, but I like it. I think this is really cool.
Good.
Yeah.
And I think
100%.
that's really it. That's everything.
That's
everything.
Hidden Side, and Hidden Side was a really cool surprise. It sort of came out of nowhere. I had
It was
It
fun.
stole. It by far stole the show at this year's Toy Fair.
Yeah.
To do the Lego reveals, which is why I was baffled when you guys skipped it. But in hindsight, it's probably a good idea because there was so much to talk about.
Exactly.
It merited its own episode.
And I mean,
But I doubt that's why you skipped it.
well, there were two
I'm not
reasons.
gonna. I'm not gonna give you retroactive credit.
Well, okay, so first of all,
All according to K-Cup.
you're not going to give us retroactive credit. You're going to give us active credit, because the reason that we skipped it was twofold. One, we didn't want to jam it into an already long podcast when X was dying on the vine, and I was already exhausted from talking about a ton of Lego stuff. And two, we wanted to have more people around to discuss it so that we could have a more interesting and varied conversation. But apparently, you didn't appreciate that, so sorry, Meso.
This is the best of the bad options. I expect a good option from you, LJ.
This
You let me
is
down.
a good option. Devote an entire episode to discussing a brand new theme with so many interesting possibilities.
Yeah, like a month after it was revealed.
Okay, that's not on us. That's not on either of us, pal. Give me a break.
It's alright.
At least we're
Welcome to the roast cast.
evidently.
TV
Mr. hasn't been on a podcast in a month. Don't talk to me about waiting.
Mr. sleeps through every podcast start time.
Oh, how dare
what?
you. How
excited, like-
freaking dare you. Sorry
How can I
that you
know-
can't
how can I
host
know when
it
to show
yourself.
up?
I'm sorry
can I know
that
when
you
to show
can't.
up if the
We
podcast gets
didn't even
paid?
talk about it for like 5 days. He's like, hey, do you guys want to do a podcast on Sunday? Yeah, let's do a podcast on Sunday. 5 days later, nothing more about it. My
Well, gee,
gosh.
LJ, when someone asks, should we do a podcast on Sunday?
Uh-huh.
And the response is, yeah, let's do a podcast on Sunday. Do you know what the implication there is?
Oh, we're going to do a podcast on Sunday.
There's gonna be a podcast.
How's about you remind people about it and, maybe do a little bit of a roll call? Like, hey, is
How's
everyone
about you
still
keep
good for the
track of your
podcast on
freaking
Sunday?
schedule?
I'm sorry that I've
We
been
need
a
to
little busy,
babysit
Meso.
you.
I've been doing
need to
things. I've been
babysit
doing
you.
channel work. Do you know what that
Don't
is
come on the
still?
wall.
Uploading
Write it on your
podcasts,
calendar.
making new content, making interesting things for people to see, huh? Hosting the live streams. When was the last time you hosted a live stream?
Where's that
Maybe
quality
never.
content, huh?
20never-teen. That's the last time you hosted a podcast. Hosted the stream. Gosh, dang it.
By the way, so Lego,
Yes.
Go on.
Lego.
and Meek said he's happy we really like the sets. He started working on this project in October of 2017.
Oh, wow.
Felt like forever.
No.
Oh,
So
that's
Ken?
cool.
Has been
Yeah,
a hot minute.
I really
Well
like these sets, and I really want a lot of other people to like these sets and buy these sets, just to give the message to Lego that they like, that we like just original
This is
themes
cool.
where they're
Please
just
don't
kind of
discontinue.
where they're just kind of trying out different stuff like this. So,
So-
I'm really happy about Hidden Side.
I agree. I'm actually reasonably stoked about this. There's one set that I can absolutely say I'm going to get without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. I'm going to get the bus. I'm definitely getting that. Also, I just checked. There is another reference on one of the bus minifigures. One of the construction workers. She is wearing a Blacktron shirt, which I think is awesome. And then the other guy's wearing some other shirt. I don't know what that design is. But
That's fantastic.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so I agree. I'm super stoked. I'm very excited. At first, I wasn't really sure how to approach this theme. I wasn't really feeling having a Halloween-esque, super spooky theme so early in the year. But it's more than that. There's more than just its super spooky theme. It's so robust, and I'm really excited to see more. And I actually really want to, I'm not super big on phones. I kind of want to try out this AR feature if it's going to be for iOS.
Oh yeah.
Messa, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, it's pretty sure. We'll buy. Or rather, more accurately, we'll say I will buy and collect the whole wave, only to never buy a single one.
Oh,
As is my custom.
Of course it is.
But it is the most impressive thing I've seen from Lego in a few years now, if I'm being honest with you. So, props to the design team.
All right. Well, in that case, X, Envy, is there anything else?
Yeah, I want to buy at the most like 3 of them, but I'll probably only end up getting like 1 or 2.
Okay.
I would like the bus, but it is kind of pricey for me. I've never been like huge on buying super expensive. It's not even super expensive, but expensive for me. But I would definitely want to get like the boat or even just the starter lab set.
That's fair.
I'm not really sure what I'm gonna get, because like a lot of these sets look really good to me, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of interesting figures. But I do really want to see this. Like I said, I really want to see this theme succeed, and excited
Definitely.
to see what more they can bring to the table with
Can't-
having such a strong wave 1.
Can't wait for the 2020 wave where person and civilian take center stage.
The main bad guys.
And or main protagonists where Jack and Parker get corrupted by ghosts and
Oh my
person and
gosh, person
civilian
and
have to
civilian
save
start
them.
their own YouTube channel.
Yeah, competing YouTube channel. Subscribe to. They become the T series of Lego.
Also, big thank to Tooth Dominoes for all this cool behind-the-scenes trivia concerning
Given
the
that
hidden
insight.
side. Yeah, that inside info.
Heck yeah. If he ever
Hidden knowledge.
wants to come on and talk about it again, always welcome. Talk about all the
Yeah, dude.
cool stuff. I just this freaking bus. I'm looking it over with a fine-tooth comb, and it's got a lot of interesting features on the
Find
front.
reference.
The license plate reads GG. The S and the H have been crossed out of school bus, so it reads cool bus. And then finally a golden
Cool
drill.
bus.
Oh,
right
the
on middle of it.
drill. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. That was definitely neat. That was definitely neat.
It's just a drill. All right.
No call.
All right. So, unless there's anything else for you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up.
Let's wrap up.
10 can top a banana bus.
Thank you all so very much for listening. Hopefully you all had a very good time today. I know I had a good time because I was awake for so long before we started. But yeah, excited for this, excited for more. We will be back again eventually. We don't even know. It was amazing that we got this amount of people here. So, all right,
Yes.
we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Thank you all so very much for listening. This music's probably gonna be loud. Hopefully, you all had a good time. All the usual social media stuff. It's all the TTV channel or the Three Virtues. We don't go by that anymore, but some of the accounts are still named that. I'm LJ.
I'm the X Trooper.
I am Mesa.
And I'm Indy.
And we'll see you next time, whenever in the future that might be. Have a good one.
See ya.